Well, it's OnlyCops we're talking about. They're probably going to be late. And we're live.
Look at that. Are we live?
Live.
What is going on,
Lively.
Internet? Welcome to OnlyCops. Hopefully you guys have made it through your thing,
Well,
and I'm just verifying that it's all here.
They're probably going to be late.
Okay, I can hear it. I can see it. Welcome to our Bodycam breakdown. It's our Thursday stream. For those of you that caught the live drop of our latest Officers React to the Rookie, welcome to our Thursday streams or our live streams. I got a bunch of thank yous to get out of the way real quickly before we get started. My first big thank you is going to be to our Patreon group. It's as little as $1 a month. That gives you access to our Discord. I want to also give a thank you to Ginger Ninja, who dropped a super chat or a super thanks or whatever in I think one of our previous videos, and then to Napalm Bath, who's already monetized the unmonetizable stream. So I really appreciate that. Let me scroll. Napalm Bass, like, ready, dude. He's here. It's like the first 10 comments. It's good to see you, my dude. Tyler Stevens, I'm sure, is over here like, wow, you guys are actually going to start on time. And then Cheesy Waffle, my dude, is already here. So I want to give a big special shout out to you guys. If you guys like this type of content, we go live twice a week, and we should be dropping episodes either weekly or bi-weekly of our produced content.
Bi-weekly for you peasants.
Yes.
Complain about us being late.
Yeah. So
complaining.
One.
Gosh, you get an Officers React for the first time in months, and you're in here complaining about us being a minute late to a live stream.
So
jeez,
at the
Louise.
very top, we have the realest of tops.
Hold it, Josh, today.
Bill, we have producer Juan, who's currently the meat between our buns here. And then
you had Juan. You had emergency diarrhea.
That's exactly right.
Then yes, you are pulling at me. Hopefully my stomach holds out. I had some emergency poos earlier. Shout out to the internet, you guys.
I had my first coffee of the day like an hour ago, and so.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Was that.
So, anyways. I want to thank all you guys for stopping by. We have, I don't know how many things to go through, but we have
a few.
And like I said, if you guys like this type of stuff, go ahead and drop a like. And Sweeper just randomly dropped in here. It's good to see you, Mr. Sweeper. And Richard is also here. He said, top shelf, boop, on the snoot.
Wow, thank you so much. It's my favorite.
Boop.
Appreciate that.
So I will just let all of our Patreon people know. I saw the videos that y'all put in there about that Tennessee cop, and I'm choosing to take the high road, and we're going to be done talking about that. I've seen enough of it. And at this point, about the chick in Tennessee.
Oh,
people put like 2 or 3 videos in there, and I'm just like, I've heard enough.
She's been written enough about this. So
it's starting.
Yeah, like she has.
It's actually starting to make police look even worse. So like, I'm not gonna play into it anymore.
Yeah.
So y'all can watch that on your own time in the Discord if you're a Patreon member.
Was it a hard
No, have you seen her? Have you seen her picture? It's not a hard call.
Oh my God, not a hard call.
It'd be a harder call to get things working for that for me. So just saying. I don't look this way so I can have no standards. But anyways.
I back most of the blue. We'll keep going.
So that department.
We'll get a.
All right, let's move on. We'll move on.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's your first video. Warning.
Where's your emergency?
Oh yeah, YouTube. This is all educational content for educational purposes.
Yeah.
This is just a reaction. We don't need your reaction to us reacting to ban us. So just chill out.
Yeah, we're our best. Thank you to the Patreon group for monetizing.
Yes, ma'am. I have a suspicious car that my camera just caught pulling my
Not
driveway.
a suspicious car.
What's the address?
Oh no.
East Foley Place. All right, so it's a guy. He's wearing a black hoodie, white mask, white pants. He has a hammer in his hand.
Sun's out, guns out.
Oh, no kidding. Shout out to Welcome Mad Lights.
I'm going right back. It's right there. Let me see your hands.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he did.
Right in the house.
Oh, look at him go.
He had already taken up a good position there.
Now, drop it.
Oh no, he gets smoked. I'm gonna be honest. There we go. Shout out to this guy.
Put it down.
Well,
Also, shout out to this red dot.
Drop the rifle now.
Suppressor hide sights. This guy.
I like the supported position there with the wall.
They have to go in
no!
with the handpiece. Have a handpiece, boys and girls. Last thing you want to be doing is doing this one-handed.
Motherfucker, I'll put holes in you. Get on the ground. Get on the fucking ground now.
That's officer present, boys and girls.
You are surrounded. I'll put fucking holes in you. Get down.
I'll put holes in you. Huh.
They say I'll air it out in the streets.
Get the fuck
These
down
guys want
now.
some
Drop the
lingo
rifle.
there for you.
I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
Nice mask.
Drop the fucking rifle now.
It's not ballistic, clearly.
This dude's the Pope. He's gonna make him holy.
Haven't you heard? Those masks don't protect you from literally anything. So.
Go back. Put it down. Put it down.
He did work.
So, and I will say this: in this instance, you do have kind of a wee backstop back here. Like, I don't know that I'm super thrilled about this backstop, but
I wonder if the house is empty.
well, the guy called. It might have been empty. I don't know, but either way, like, you don't really want this guy retreating back into the house because
Right.
we don't know
Yeah.
if it's empty or not. The other problem is
They were just
that,
pretty nonchalant about pointing guns at the house. That's why I'm like, cool.
well, and also like we don't, and they're going into an unknown threat situation.
Yeah.
Clearly somebody's approaching or whatever it is, but I like the only critique I could have here. I do like that they triangulated. The first guy that we got perspective was behind what looked like kind of like a concrete barrier wall, which is semi-ballistic depending on what it's made out of. Shout out to you contractors out there, to my distant relatives, I'm sure. But the problem is that if you have a guy holding a gun and he doesn't drop the gun, you need to decide that he's a deadly threat right then and there. The longer you take to act on that deadly threat, the bigger the question becomes, well, why was he a deadly threat 10 seconds later versus when you first told him to drop the gun and he refused? Same thing with when your first round goes off versus your second round goes off. If there's a big amount of time between the first time you try to shoot the guy and the second time, it will come up in the use of force situation where they evaluate whether or not, and is it stupid? Yes. Do I agree with it? No. But typically these types of shootings is the way these discussions happen. Look at the Taqueria guy in Houston a few weeks back. Goes and again dumps completely justified use of force, walks up, disarms the guy, and then shoots the guy in the head. That's an egregious version.
Have we confirmed that he's getting charged?
I think he's so far just been interviewed and brought in for questioning. I guess
they figure out who.
I think they're passing it on to a grand jury, but he hasn't been like.
In that county, I'd be nervous
Charged
about it.
Yeah. Quick question, kind of based off of the concrete barrier thing. So I don't know where that was, but like, so would cinder block be better of a backstop? I mean, I'm definitely better than wood, but like, how much?
Sure,
protection would that
actually
provide?
pretty, because you got to think it's made up of more. Like it basically cinder blocks have multiple layers to them. It's kind of what's nice about like when you have brick buildings versus just a wood-sided building. When you're going through just drywall, insulation, and more drywall, that's not a lot of dense material. Cinder blocks okay, and a lot of times you tend to have mortar or concrete in between.
If that was a true cinder block wall and not one of
Yeah.
those decorative walls where they just slap paster on like plaster on like chicken wire and like wood frame, then you're fucked.
It really depends, and oftentimes I always, it's like an analogy that I was taught a long time ago about that is, does it feel heavy or does it feel hollow kind of thing? And it's like the second, and you'll notice like if you sit on a curb or when you go over like drainage ditches, that's rebar reinforced concrete. Like that's a very nice sturdy piece of concrete. Or like those little barriers they put in front of grocery stores to keep people from driving their cars inside of them. Those are nice, very sturdy things versus when you look at a lot of times, kind of like what he was saying, they have these like veneer stucco walls that it's like, good luck. Like it's ballistic protection when you're talking about trying to take cover. And most of it, you're trying to buy not just yourself time to make a decision, but you're trying to give the suspect the most opportunity to comply, because if you're safer, you're willing to take more risk. It just, how good do you think the contract labor is around there, and how much money do you think went into building that? It looked relatively sturdy. I don't know. I will say this: when we saw the bullets, the first 2 shots that went off, you saw a lot of debris come off that wall. That makes me think it pulverized the bullet. If you ever see bullets hit steel, they literally just disintegrate. They kind of pop. That makes me believe it was probably thick enough. That was probably actually concrete versus just like cheap brick and some wood siding. I think it's important. He has been indicted, but not arrested.
Well, the last article I can find on it said the grand jury is going to review the case. And that's from Police 1 on January 10th, and I can't find anything later. So Blake's in the area, so he probably knows more than we do. But that was what I could find on the internet, so that's what I was basing my thing off of.
Leave it to Houston to indict a hero.
Yeah.
No kidding. That's what I was saying. County matters, dude, depending on where you're at. Yes, he did a mag dump, Brian P. I am team mag dump once you're in that situation. But like I said, my only criticism of that specific video is decide he's a deadly threat and act on it. The longer you sit in that, the more questionable, or the more you're going to get questions about your use of force. That's my only 2 cents. He said, okay, I heard it on the radio. According to totally not.
Yeah, well, he's a local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a local, so he would have more information than like me Googling it on the internet.
So we got another OIS here.
Warning.
Jacksonville Police. Warning.
O'Neill drive into the hotel parking lot and park directly next to a silver SUV. Then, O'Neill exits from the driver's seat of his vehicle and immediately approaches the front passenger seat of the adjacent parked vehicle.
Wow.
Violently, he pulls a young woman from that seat and forces her behind his car. O'Neill can be seen carrying a handgun.
This guy's super nonchalant. The driver here is just chilling.
Within seconds, O'Neill shoots her multiple times at close range.
Damn.
Bro.
Yeah, the other guy? What the fuck?
He was out.
He then rushes back to his car and flees the parking lot with his handgun, leaving the young woman on the ground to eventually die from multiple gunshot wounds.
This guy seems like a real hero. A real pillar of society here.
I wonder if he was involved.
Next in the timeline,
maybe that's what it looks like,
another
to be honest.
shooting in October 2022. On October 26th, the Violence Reduction Section investigated a shooting at a gas station located in the 5400 block of Timuquana Road, in which one victim was shot and another was shot at. You will see a black SUV enter the gas station lot and drive by a vehicle parked at one of the pumps. As 2 men exit the parked vehicle, shots are fired from the passing SUV.
Oof.
One of the men draws a rifle and begins returning fire on the SUV.
You don't say. Look at these muzzle flashes, dude.
10 .40 caliber casings were recovered at the scene and entered into NIBIN. The system revealed that the bullets being fired from the black
my guy
SUV
got off the X and continued to return fire. Shout out to this Mustang driver.
The hotel parking lot.
He did not take that
Body-worn
laying
cameras
down.
capture officer interactions with the public. They are worn by JSO officers on their bodies at chest level.
Exxon, you know how I feel about you.
The first 30 seconds of body-worn camera footage always lacks sound. This delay of sound recording is known as the buffering time, and it allows for the devices to visually capture events before they are activated for recording.
What are we doing here? They're already shooting.
Put your hands up! Hey, hands
That
up!
got a
Hands
staccato,
up!
dude.
Put your hands up! Don't move. Hey! Hey!
Oh, he's running.
Hey, move, move. He's moving.
This is a... I wonder if these guys know that this is a murder suspect.
They do.
Also, fugitives, I guess, found the guy. Or a warrant unit.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Out to the front!
I don't.
This is why
I don't think it's just patrol, but they knew it was a murder suspect.
A legit warrant.
Yeah.
This also matters because it is going to change the way that you approach use of force. Shout out to these guys rocking staccatos, dude.
Was that a staccato?
So it looked like, yeah.
That's department is this?
Jacksonville.
They got money.
They got money, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the color.
Yeah. Damn.
For the uneducated, that's like a $2,800 pistol.
Bro, is Jacksonville hiring? If I can go be in that unit, I mean.
So there's not a ton to break down in this. I mean, the perimeters do matter. Notice they didn't approach this guy with one person. They had multiple officers that were trying to.
This video is just cool because you got to see like the detective work behind it. Like they put both videos in there.
I will say this is an incredibly unique problem in big urban cities. We saw shootings like this all the time. All the time. Most of the time when we were responding to shootings, we expected to just be working a crime scene.
We saw those gas station shootings a lot. We didn't get a ton of murder, but
that's what I mean. I mean, they're flinging rounds at each other. Nobody dies, but
that one where he just rips her out of the car and shoots her, that was pretty. That happened a few times, but
yeah, that's also pretty suspect. Like the fact that the driver was just like deuces and out of there, that was weird.
Well, you could tell from the hotel they were at what was going on.
I don't know that they were exactly in a deeply committed relationship.
The school of mind your business.
Fucking one. You're not wrong, though. And I tell you what, you'd be surprised how often you go to a shooting like this and like nobody talks to you.
Nobody saw anything.
Nope. There's shell casings and bullet holes everywhere, and everyone's like, I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything. You're like, bro, like this happened 10 feet from you. Like, okay. And I will say this, a lot of times culture, and this is city culture is what I mean, is when people identify with their area code. They breed this. Gang culture or just apathy in general, not our Patreon sub apathy.
God damn it, apathy.
Yeah,
apathy.
Apathy in the sense that like
why is apathy out here breeding this shit?
Yeah,
why are you breeding apathy?
Man.
It's a very strange it's a strange deal. I grew up away from a lot of this stuff. I didn't experience most of this stuff. The first bit of gang violence I experienced, Juan and I both, we had a childhood friend that died from gang violence, and we were 16, 17. This is the first time I was like, people just randomly get shot and killed. Like I was in a very good neighborhood.
Super suburbs. This is like
I grew up in a very privileged, nice neighborhood, and then getting dropped into, being knuckles deep into some dude's shoulder because he got stabbed or whatever. So it's a very weird culture shock. But the people that grew up in this is normal for them.
Try growing up in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say it's even worse because you're just not used to people.
Yeah.
You're just like, I don't know you. Yeah. So anyways, it's a weird thing. I think for those of you that are watching, if you're going to be in a big city, I think the second you go north of like 180 to 200,000 people and up, you're really getting weird stuff. And that's just kind of the nature of humanity, I guess. We're fucky and stupid.
Our brains have not caught up to the size of our communities.
Bill, be proud. This is water.
I am proud.
In 1993, it was the shot seen around the
I remember this one.
nation.
This is cool.
Police sharpshooter ended a 2-hour armed standoff in Columbus, Ohio Monday, not by taking out the gunman, but by taking out his gun.
A man had been sitting in the
setting the standard.
He has my hair
back in the day.
Yeah.
Columbus SWAT officer Mike Plum ended the standoff with one shot that split the gun in Doug Conley's hands.
My idea was hit it right where that cylinder snaps in. Break the gun into pieces, take the cylinder out, and
just looks like a SWAT guy.
Dude, yeah, he does.
Game over.
Plum says he was on a grassy knoll hidden behind pine trees on that hot
I remember
August
this
day.
from the 60s.
I heard over the radio it's got an earpiece in there, and Lieutenant says,
I remember this from Dallas that one time.
Exactly.
That doesn't look like the president.
Zeroed in on where I thought he was going to put that gun when he sat back down, and slowly he just lowered it right into position. I adjusted myself probably a couple inches or so, if that, and lined it up and just made my trigger squeeze, and it happened.
So wild,
dude. This amazing shot lives on today.
Check out that shotgun.
Archive footage has more than 8 million YouTube views.
It was a nice ending to a.
He's like, what?
He's like, his face. He's like, wow.
The way he just resigned himself after.
Yeah.
He's like,
all right. I
Well,
guess that's
guess
it.
I'm done.
Plum retired from
that is
SWAT
an
in
S
2000,
finish. The
but
Ready or
still
Not
works
score
for
of
the
S
city.
tier.
As security manager,
Nah, if
he
he'd gotten that with OC
oversees
spray,
hundreds of
then it would have been
cameras
S tier.
around
That's true.
Columbus.
That's true.
That's still only A+. Ready or Not is not that nice.
Yeah.
You're not actually looking.
Yeah, that would be
at them.
unauthorized
They're
for
being
sure.
recorded, So we go back and we can pull archives
All right.
if they need them.
Sorry,
So,
old man.
well,
I don't care
yeah.
about your job.
Yeah, I will say this. I think a lot of people undervalue. Sometimes you need this guy, and you got to think this is a person that's probably like has an unhealthy level of obsession around firearms or whatever. Clearly, he's a SWAT sniper. That's literally, if you're a full-time SWAT sniper, that's what you practice is putting bullets on very, very, very precise places. There is a tool for every single job that needs to get done, and every once in a while you need these type of people. On top of that, and for those of you that have heard my poofy jacket guy story, you're not always the biggest fish in the sea. That's the other thing I just kind of want to put out there is you have no idea whether you're a bad guy or a good guy or whatever you are in the law. You have no idea who you're interacting with in a lot of these instances. So just I don't know, a FAFO as we like to say.
Yeah.
Dash cam. Oh, we got some wonderful stuff. I'm making sure we don't have any poofies here. What's going on, Poofy?
Spoilers in the title. Let's start that pit that car chant right now.
Car chant.
I don't think you're gonna want to pit this car.
Title said they did.
I'm not sure we should be chanting it on, is what I'm saying.
No.
Oh.
Did you read the rest of the title?
I did not.
No.
Oh.
I read because pit was in like bold big letters.
Oh, here.
It said pit.
Can you read the rest of the title?
Oh.
Yeah,
okay. Don't pit that car. Pit that kid. Wait.
Wow.
Don't do that.
Jesus.
That's bad. Shame on y'all. This is why we get banned.
This is why we get banned. Wow, he touched the light.
How we doing tonight?
That's a sin.
He's a trooper. What's gonna hurt him?
That's true.
He just wants to touch the butt.
Why'd you pull me over? Okay, I just told you why.
You said I was trying to evade you.
Yes.
Evade you from what?
Making turn after turn after turn when we just came.
Where am I going?
Mega intern.
Those captions.
Get your license.
Hold on. First of all, look. See this right here?
Okay.
Look.
Let me get your license.
You told me that I was evading you.
Yep.
What crime did I
It's not an offense. Yeah.
It's called a particular reason to suspect that a crime is being committed, okay?
Right. What's the problem?
No.
No.
If you couldn't find a traffic violation, you shouldn't be stopping this car.
Dude, I'm on my way home. I haven't had any alcohol.
I'm smelling it.
Okay. Well.
No. Pause it.
Okay. Let me see.
If you say that you smell alcohol and you don't get BAC, like you don't even test for it, I'd say that should be an automatic lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like the city should just auto file. Just auto pay that bitch out because you've already fucked up because you have no PC. On top of that, if you say you smell alcohol and you do get BAC and it comes back as a big fat 0, lawsuit. Like there has been zero articulation. Evading doesn't mean failure to use your turn signal, or failure to come to a stop, or failure to maintain a single lane of traffic, or out tail light, or a dirty license plate, or there's all of these things would have been valid reasons for the stop, and I would have said whatever shit happens. But
yeah, I mean, he said he made turn after turn after turn. Did he failure to use his signal?
Something, dude.
Failure to yield, turn in the wrong lane. Stop at the stoplight. Like, come on, bro. Traffic code is huge. Like,
if you can't find an offense, there's not one.
I get that you're a big dumb trooper, but you can do better than this.
I'm already mad.
All dumb trooper.
I'm already mad. Okay, let's go.
No,
keep going.
You said you were pulling me over because I was evading you.
I'm getting PTSD.
What crime did I do?
Same. From a certain somebody.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. No, first of all, bro.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
Call your supervisor, bro. You don't have a cam on.
I am a supervisor.
And I hope you know about this flag.
It explains a lot.
About this flag. Because right now, you about to be straight up viral. Straight up viral.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
I'm not doing
That's right.
that. What crime did I commit?
I mean, and to be fair,
what crime did I commit? You have to articulate.
Pennsylvania v. Mims does not apply here because he does not have a
lawful
detention.
stop. Yeah.
There's not a lawful. None of this. This is all now technically crimes.
You didn't copy the license plate before you stopped the car?
That's a write-up.
Ugh. I hate bad cops.
I agree.
Oh, County showed up.
Nice. He says, I smell alcohol. But you didn't stop the car for a good reason.
You got your license on you?
Wait, no, supervisor, please.
Are you gonna give me your license, yes or no?
Supervisor.
You can give me your license, yes or no?
Supervisor.
Yes or no?
Supervisor.
To be honest, he doesn't have. This is road piracy. He does not have a detention.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna bust the window out.
You can't do that, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds to open the door.
Oh, I thought for a half second these county guys were just deucing.
They should.
This is sexy as fuck.
Open the door.
They should walk away like this.
Oh, man.
Go ahead and get your supervisor, bro.
Open the door.
You gotta get a supervisor.
Have I extracted someone from a car like this a few times? But we had
With a lawful detention.
I was about to say we had this thing called PC.
Open the door.
You didn't articulate a crime that I committed.
Open the door.
What crime did I commit?
Last time.
What crime did I commit, bro? Yo, all right.
Now, free advice in this instance. I will say this. I would just comply at that point and say that I wouldn't answer questions, but I'm not trying to get ripped out of a car in this whole nonsense.
Yo, man. What the fuck, bro?
Probably also not doing that.
Hold on, go me 1080.
Probably also not doing
Ugh.
that. I understand the fear here because you're thinking about to get shut down by police, but deal with the annoyance rather than
the lawsuit. The lawsuit's better than this.
100%. Well, and the other problem is that like if you think about it this way, is doing this worth what eventually ended up being the life of a 12-year-old here? And he's the victim in this instance, and I get that. But like doing all of this stuff over a traffic stop, in worst case scenario, you get to sue him or whatever it is. But like, this is still on the cop, which is why I think this, this is shitty policing.
Yeah.
Which ultimately, the officers are the reason why this girl died, not this guy. But free advice to people interacting with law enforcement. Whether they're shitty or not, let's not encourage this. What if they asked why at the stop? That's the first thing that came out of our mouths. If you were saying that you were pursuing a car, you had to articulate PC. Now, the other question I have here is when they're trying to pit this car, is it a felony that they're pitting him for? Unless they're trying to articulate like assault on a peace officer when he drove off. Because you're chasing for a misdemeanor at best right now on DWI. Maybe
Unless they saw the kid in the car, which I was hoping that they didn't see the kid in the car.
Yeah.
Because why are you pitting a car if you saw that there was a child in it?
Yeah, you're not. Under no circumstances are you pitting. Even if this car starts shooting at you, you're not doing that. Not with a kid as your foreground.
Yeah.
Car's coming opposite direction. I don't know if it's
Ooh.
Oh.
At 100.
At 100, dude.
Oh.
Holy shit.
In a ditch.
I make jokes about dead in a ditch. This is legit what just happened. Son of a bitch. Over evading. Making evasive driving maneuvers.
Is there enough to get that kid moved?
What are we doing here?
But leading is up under the car. Anybody moving? No. Y'all some idiots, man. Oh my God, my blood. Get moving. Stop moving. Damn.
I'm reading the Josh Don't Read These Out Loud comments. Smelled alcohol from the car as he was following you. You knew that, Josh? Jesus. Yeah, good luck articulating that. Jesus.
How's the child, sir?
You can't find a traffic violation. And he see why kids love cinnamon toast crunch.
How old's the kid? Which one? How old is the one that's still in the car? He's 11. 11.
The kid get ejected, I guess.
There's been multiple kids?
Yeah.
Y'all see a weapon in there or something? There's ammo in there.
A weapon. Give me a break, dude.
Hey, kitchen, you pull him out. Let's go.
It's not. No argument's worth endangering your kids. Not to mention the public. There's just no reason. That's on both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
There's never any good reason for that. What if they called medical?
Oh, good. Shut up. All right.
I don't know.
I wonder if the initial officer's feeling stupid yet. He probably doesn't. He probably feels 100%.
No, he thinks that was 100% justified.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why he does not need to be a police officer.
That's so stupid.
I asked for a supervisor. They told me no. 1, 2, 3. Oh, y'all lost me so big. Is that my son? How is my son?
They being snarky at him?
Maybe.
Hey, hold up. No, he lost all of it. Oh, I know I did not. Oh, no, I did not. Go ahead. Still on molestation.
He could have gone to jail and nothing would have happened to the kids. But
Y'all so getting sued. Come on.
we get any context about what happened afterwards in the comments or in the description?
And y'all violating every right. Y'all
Hit show
violating
more.
every right. Every right. When I asked what crime did I commit, you didn't answer that.
Mm-mm.
I didn't run. That's not, get in the car. Get in the car.
You definitely ran. Don't say that. But free advice on only robbers here. If you're going to be in this type of situation, comply and record everything that's happening because you don't want the recording to magically disappear. Facebook Live is your friend. Instagram Live is your friend. It goes automatically to a cloud to be saved for forever and can be subpoenaed later in a lawsuit. Do not risk people over this. And that's the biggest problem with fleeing in a vehicle. It's not just you. Let's say he was in the car by himself, right? You're still running the risk of injuring somebody else. The officer might plow into two kids, whatever the heck it is. You just got to think about this kind of stuff. I kind of get it. I think as a cop, it's really easy to lose sight of wanting to catch. You want to go catch people, right? That's kind of what you're hired to go do. But that's the first thing that would come out of a supervisor's mouth. You say, I got one running. He'd be like, well, what's your offense? And why are you chasing? That'd be the first thing. And if you couldn't articulate that, they'd be like, terminate and come see me in my office. What the fuck are you doing? Pamela, what's going on? Or sorry, Rug Pug. I keep Pam. I'll get it right one of these days. Although educational total pisses me off, I agree. We knew cops like this. Is a big reason why I'm not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There were police officers that I worked with, and I said plural, that were not great.
There was one that was just like that state trooper.
Yeah.
Just like him. So
it does not take a rocket scientist. Really, truly developing and knowing that you have an offense, getting an offense isn't that complicated.
Especially not on traffic.
It's really not. It's the same thing over. It's the same probably 10 or 15 offenses over and over and over again.
So I looked up the story. So according to this article, and they have the link to the released dispatch audio, the dispatchers were telling deputies during the chase that there were kids in the car, and the deputies were acknowledging Like
Shit.
during
And they
the
still
chase.
pitted?
So they pitted with knowing that the kids were
the deputies or the state troopers, because the state trooper is the one who did the pit.
Yeah. They were telling deputies.
So those are the county guys that were there, I'm sure.
Yeah, the county dispatchers were telling the deputies.
I doubt that they patched county dispatch to state trooper dispatch that fast.
Yeah.
So, but regardless, why are you pitting someone at 100 miles an hour?
That's not, yeah. Well, and again, there's no deadly threat there. That's the problem. Is like, I kind of understand the defense of a third person, but again, you're chasing for a misdemeanor. You're not chasing for a felony. If you knew that there were kids in the car and your articulation's DWI, like endangering a child, then
for your felony,
then why are you pitting?
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
it's
maybe
still in the end sense,
maybe.
So, but
again, this all started from an unlawful traffic stop.
Yep.
So, and
the term is fruit of the poisonous tree. If your initial contact was not valid, everything. That's kind of why I sat there and I was like, he kind of doesn't have to identify himself. He kind of doesn't have to leave his car. Because that is a free person, unless you can articulate that they're violating the law. Do I think they will be charged? It depends. This is the unfortunate reality of this kind of thing. I guarantee you, if that's a shitty place in this country where dumb shit like this happens all the time and nothing comes of it, probably not. Should they be charged? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. I mean, let's say just the traffic stop alone, right? With no PC whatsoever, DWI comes and plows into everybody there. That's that officer's fault. You chose to pluck that person that was just going home, minding their own business. You chose to detain them, just like the lady that got hit by the train while being detained in the thing.
Yeah.
The second you pluck somebody out of their free life as an agent of the state, you are now responsible for everything that happens after that, unless that person does something stupid. I.e., pose a deadly threat, do something stupid, a felony in your progress, whatever the hell it is.
Also, I don't think while a car is flipped over on its roof is the time to be worrying about asking for a weapon. In relation to Sweeper's comment about reaching, you can articulate anything to a weapon, even a cell phone. If a car's flipped over on its roof and there's kids in it, just because you feel shitty about your shitty traffic stop and your shitty pursuit, and then you want to add on, oh, maybe I saw a weapon, like
legit. If there was a brake light out on this car and he said, I stopped you for a moving violation of having to be a completely different conversation.
100%. That's a shitty, shitty stop to get in a pursuit over, but 100%. It's still a valid traffic stop. But
I'd sit there and say, at least I have a lawful detention. And this guy decided not to identify himself. This guy decided to resist, my lawful detention or whatever it is.
But when you're worried about getting kids out of a rolled over car, I don't think is the time to be.
Yeah.
Is there a weapon?
And again, kind of like I said, having been there and done that and been in these situations where it's like, hey, let's just make sure everybody's safe first.
Well, and having worked with idiots like that.
That's the problem. It's like there was a handful of really awful fights and really awful uses of forces that I very narrowly avoided because there was idiots doing this dumb shit.
I mean, I guarantee you the only reason I didn't have to be in one of these pursuits where it ended like this is because we couldn't pit. Because I guarantee you
1,000%.
that officer would have pitted a car.
Oh, 100%.
So.
And I'm not going to say for the fun of it, but practically for the fun of it because they want to. Yeah. Same thing with you get the same situation with uses of force and stuff like that. You get guys that it does happen. The meme where people were like the kid that got bullied in school or whatever the fuck it is, it absolutely.
That was that kid.
Yeah, right that was that kid. I have worked with that kid. So it's again, like I said, a big reason why I left the department I was at is I felt that they weren't keeping their standards high enough, and I felt unsafe working with those officers. There's a lot of incredibly good ones. I don't mean to disparage everybody that I worked with because there were some that were way better cops than I'll ever be. But there was a handful, and I was shocked at how many times we got into stupid shit because of them and nothing ever happened.
So they're charging the dad with the murder of the kid?
Mm-hmm. With felony murder, first-degree homicide of a vehicle, aggravated assault on a peace officer, and endangering a child while driving under the influence. The kid that died was actually a neighbor's kid that was in the car with him and his kid.
So did they get, I guess, BAC on him?
No clue. It doesn't say it in the article, but that is what he was charged with.
Well,
and then the trooper's back at work. He got a week off, and then
while driving under the influence, so they had to get something if they charged him with it.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. They probably did a blood draw or something once medical got there, maybe?
They would have had to get that charge. Like, without it, like, good luck. If you're going just
Hey, he
now,
smelled alcohol, Josh.
well, and what I'll say is
on an illegal
it,
traffic stop.
and
Yeah.
I would believe wholesale that a stupid department doesn't know what the fuck they're doing will sit there and try to press the charge, saying that the only evidence they have is that this officer smelled it, right? And then so much time had passed, and that's why if they did pull blood later, that they didn't end up getting alcohol, right? That shouldn't hold muster. It's the whole reason why the legal system exists. It shouldn't take a terribly good lawyer to be like, cool, but is that proof beyond reasonable doubt? Are we really going to trust this officer that couldn't articulate like, really, this should be relatively easy to throw out. If not in the initial court, taking it to the Court of Appeals. There's a lot of big issues here. Now, they might be charging him because the only alternative would be to charge the officer, but like,
yeah, but the fact that the officer's already back at work, that's
it lets me think that they don't believe anything bad happened there. I don't.
Yikes.
Even if you
good luck in Georgia, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And even if you can articulate that this guy was irresponsible for running, and he was, I spent half of this time bitching that this guy even ran to endanger said kids. Right,
50% of that is his fault.
Yeah, he's an idiot for running. He's an idiot for going down this whole path that he decided to get into, right? For whatever reason that his justification was. And ultimately you had two sets of adults here that made a series of poor decisions, and kids had to suffer for it. I participated in that bullshit one too many times to want to be in it. That's why this shit's important. This is why we do this job. This is why we're doing this here at OnlyCops, so we can talk about it.
Hello,
Critical
my name
incident?
is Captain Kelly Muniz, Commanding Officer of Media Relations Division of the Los Angeles Police Department.
I'm sure this will go well.
This critical
I
incident
do nothing.
I'm the lieutenant that does nothing.
About an in-custody death that occurred in Pacific Division in the city of Los Angeles.
I should read the
January
teleprompter.
3rd, 2023.
Shout out to her.
At around 8:15 p.m. You're about
Sure
to see
looks like
relevant
it.
video footage and learn about other
This is reading
evidence
for
and
sure.
police procedures.
Shout out to these
related
Class
to the
A's, though.
case, so
It
you can
might
have
be
a
cue
better
cards. I'm trying to see
understanding
the
of what
eyes, see how
occurred
much they
based
move.
on what we know right now.
I think it's a
The
prompter.
LAPD conducts very thorough
It's LAPD,
use of
dude.
force
I hope they have a
investigations,
prompter.
which typically
That's
require
true, yeah, they would have a
investigators
prompter
to
for sure.
interview multiple witnesses,
Apathy's saying they have a
numerous
regional
hours of
pursuit
video
channel.
footage, and
Very cool.
analyze a significant amount of forensic
We had
evidence.
digitally encrypted
Still
radios that
at
could
the
be
very
attached.
early stages of this investigation.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did have regional
often take
channels
up to
that
a
you
year
could
to
get
complete,
to, but
and
they
our
were a pain in the
understanding of
ass
the
to
incident
actually
has
like
Yeah.
changed as this additional
swap over
It
to.
was, yeah. If you had to go to Law.io or wherever the hell it was.
Yeah, that's what I
that
used to
was-
talk to the
yeah.
helicopter was
That
Law.io.
was a huge pain in the ass.
And you're not doing that while you're in a pursuit. It was.
Until all the facts are known and the investigation is complete. A word of caution. The images and information you're about to see.
Whoa, she just got really serious. Did you see it in her eyes?
I saw it.
A word
Brian
of
P.,
caution.
I read your comment the wrong way the
She wants
first time, and I
that
chuckled.
Chris the cop career. She wants an acting career after this.
Ooh, maybe.
Strong language used by
She's
those
like,
shown
let me
in
get
video.
real serious.
Chris, get your girl here.
Is advised,
Yeah, get your
especially
girl.
for young children and
Help her
sensitive
out.
viewers. A
She's got
West
some
Traffic
chops.
Division motor officer was flagged down
Brian
for a
P., I
traffic
would probably
collision
also
in
be
the area
terminating
of
my
Venice
pursuit if I
Boulevard
didn't know
and
I had
Lincoln
something
Boulevard.
legit.
Several community members
And if
involved
not,
Oh.
at least in my department.
I was going
we
to say
did
our
not
pursuit would have been
super fast.
terminated
who they indicated had
as soon as it
caused the
started.
vehicle accident.
They'd be like, "What are you
The
pursuing
man
for?"
was running in the middle
What?
of the street.
Evading
I guess.
in a vehicle.
I guess
That's
if you
not
said
enough.
no, I
The
guess if you said
suspect was later
DWI,
identified
DWI,
as
they'd
Keenan
probably
they'd let
Joe
you.
Anderson.
They'd let you
But
go.
bro,
The
100-mile-an-hour pit.
contacted Anderson,
Oof.
asked him to sit down and requested
Pam, again, thank you for the
assistance
super
of
chat. I
patrol
really do
units
appreciate it.
for
If I didn't get a chance,
possible
thank you.
driving under the
You're awesome. Thank you for
influence
monetizing the
investigation.
unmonetizable stream.
Here is the
Sweeper,
court
I
summary
understand your
video
comment better
broadcast
now.
for this incident.
Mary 156, show me code 6 on a TC not involved. We're going to be Venice, west of Lincoln.
He said he was real quick to be like, I was not involved.
I get additional units, please.
Yes.
Anderson initially complied with the officer's direction
pretty good.
and sat
Radio
on the
traffic.
sidewalk
Shout out
for
to that
several
guy.
minutes. However, as the additional officers arrived, Anderson suddenly attempted to flee the location by running into the middle of the street, westbound on Venice Boulevard. The officers gave chase and ordered Anderson to stop.
Josh, I know you love
Anderson
Axon, but we're
ultimately
going to skip
stopped
the
and was
commercial.
ordered to get on
I
the
appreciate
ground.
it.
As the officers attempted to take Anderson into custody, he became increasingly agitated, uncooperative, and resisted the officers.
Brian
The
P., I will
officers
answer
continued
shot
to
show
struggle with
questions
Anderson
when
for several
on the
minutes,
after party.
utilizing physical force and a taser to help overcome his resistance.
It was pretty lit though. What?
I think that guy was from the accident? I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, how did this
Yeah,
guy
should have been
not
listening
know?
to the lady instead of judging her teleprompter skills.
Get on the street.
He might be high.
Hey, stop right there.
Oh, it's this video, yeah.
Oh, he's intox as fuck, dude.
the wall.
And not drunk. He's
Get up against the wall.
he's high, dude.
Get up against the wall real quick. Please. Okay, hold on a second.
Please,
Hold on
sir.
a
I didn't
second.
mean to, sir. Please.
Hold on, okay?
I'm sorry.
That are having like acute stress where he's starting to fucking see shit. This happens every once in a
We're gonna be
while.
Venice, west of Lincoln.
I don't know that I'm not trying to. He's kind of compliant.
Yeah, where
I'd
is
probably
Sergeant
try to handcuff.
George?
Yeah.
The car.
Hey, man.
Okay, what happened?
I lost my key.
You
I asked
lost
somebody-
your key?
Yes. I came and I had somebody fix my car for me, sir. Please, don't, please,
Okay,
sir.
do me a favor, sit in here. Hey,
He's
sir, sit
compliant.
down
I'm
on your
probably
butt and
handcuffing
sit
him
with
here
your legs
just
crossed.
because I'm by myself.
Sit with your legs crossed. Sit with your legs crossed.
They're gonna try to kill me, please.
Who's trying to kill you?
I had a stunt today.
What?
I had a stunt today, sir.
You
And I
had
need to.
you had what?
A stunt. Like, no, that's a cost.
Okay, what car were you driving?
BMW.
The BMW.
They're trying to put stuff in my car.
Who's trying to put stuff in your car?
They're gonna try to.
I think I'm with you on the handcuffs.
I'd handcuff that guy. Like, there's a lot of red flags
Hey,
here, and
hey,
really, it's for
stay
his
here.
safety. Like,
Stay here.
I don't know that I'm taking the guy to
I
jail,
just
but I'd
wanted
rather
to
do the
get
cuff
some
and
water.
release.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second.
You see his
okay?
eyes, dude? Oh,
Just have a
he's
seat up
super
against the
fucking
wall there,
intox.
okay?
He's
Have a seat
all
against
over
the
the
wall.
place. Poor
Have
guy.
a seat against the wall here.
I really do pity these
I don't wanna
people
be in
because
my
they have
way
no
here.
idea what's going on at this point.
Sir, okay, you can sit right there then.
You gonna let him get that close to your bike?
Jesus. Also the road, and at this point, so it's pedestrian and roadway. You're trying to save him from traffic, but like
Just sit
I'd
down for me a
probably.
second here, okay?
How are we
What if-
not? Give
What
me
if he
units
jumps on one of
code.
those scooters and just takes
That's what I'm
off?
saying. Or his bike.
I don't want you in the road.
Well, I hope he took the key
Come here, I
out.
don't want you in the road. Come here.
Bro, how
Maybe
many
not,
times are you gonna
though.
ask? How many times are you gonna
Come
ask?
here. Come here.
Do we not have units code? Silly PD.
Are we at the make portion of Ask Tell Make?
Yeah, we were at the make portion when he was sitting on the ground.
The fact that it took 7 minutes to get there, I'm surprised.
Dude, I don't know what's going on here. Now we're
What
doing
does he
this.
always say? Sometimes slight escalation force.
yeah.
Yeah. Quick escalation. Yeah.
Now you're in a lane of traffic.
That's the
Cool.
escalation,
It's
yeah.
a great place to do an arrest. By yourself still. Are we asking for help or not?
Hold on. Okay.
Hold on.
Please, sir, please don't do this.
It looks like more units.
Don't
Okay.
do this,
Hands
sir.
on. Let's go hands on.
Help me, please. You know what? Help me, please.
Yeah, he's super high. Fucking shit, dude.
Not even wearing shoes.
Yeah. He's crazy high. Poor guy.
Keenan, relax. Keenan,
I'll
relax.
probably cuffing him there if I'm alone. Yeah.
Oh no, the Axon fell off.
Shout out to Axon.
Oh
There's
no.
also 3 of them. I'm not gonna lie, unless this guy's crazy high and crazy strong, you guys should be able to.
Hold on. We already have a unit helping you guys out, right? So give us a second. We're going to try to set everything up so that way no one gets hit and there's no other vehicles.
What? There was other people here?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this was a multi-vehicle accident that happened that he, like, I believe ran off
Yeah,
from
he
and then
ran
flagged
away
the cop
from.
down from. Yeah, he ran away from it. That's why he was telling them about, like, they're gonna put stuff in my car or whatever. He was talking about the car that was here.
27 American Wall 56 coming.
Bro, check out that screen in that patrol car.
That's pretty nice. That's what I was gonna say.
I think that's their MDC.
Oh.
Because it looks like they just have like a separate keyboard.
Turn around.
Built into their car?
Yeah.
What are we
That's
doing?
so cool.
Here?
Over on your stomach. Get over on your stomach. Hold on.
Kind of sucks if you can't type your reports
Please don't do this.
outside of the car.
Please don't do
but-
this, sir. Please. Help me,
Hey,
please.
let's
No
roll
idea.
him over.
No, please,
Well, this is not a lot of empty hand skills here.
please,
Come on,
Yeah.
LAPD.
please, please, please.
Well, let's fish the hand out. There we go. Come on.
It's LA. They don't get into use of forces a lot.
What are we doing here?
Help! Help! They're trying Help me! Hey, stop! I'm gonna tase you. Stop! I'm gonna tase you.
No, stop with the taser.
Yes, sir. Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Hey,
What do you mean? That's the only way to get compliance.
stop it, or I'm gonna tase you.
Sean, what's going on?
Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you. Stop it right now.
And that radio wrapped
There's
up
the
and left
Exxon.
dangling. Oh.
Turn over, or I'm gonna tase you.
Why are we
Turn
threatening
over, I'm gonna
taser?
tase you.
Yikes.
What is this guy doing?
Watch your elbow, partner.
He's participating.
I don't know what's going on here, dude.
He gets a trophy for that.
They're trying to George Floyd me.
Okay, stop.
I guess at this point. I mean, like, what are we doing here?
Not on purpose, just because they're stuck.
Somebody pick up the Exxon and the beaten stick. Come on.
I don't know what's going on here.
Jeez.
Why are we saying I'm gonna tase him? What are we doing?
Also, why did you
did it?
Tase him with your probes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have dry stunned him.
That was just a waste of a cartridge.
Stop it.
This is probably a write-up where we come from.
Stop resisting.
This is 100% a write-up where we come from, because if you couldn't handle this guy with empty hand skills, you shouldn't be.
Oh, man. Do not move. Okay.
Look, he put the probes like into his hood.
Help me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
No wonder the taser didn't work.
Are we? Okay, how many times are you gonna try to tase this guy and realize that, like, so on this use of force report, I tased him once, it didn't work. I tased him a second time, it didn't work. I tased him a third time, it didn't work. I tased him a fourth time, they finally handcuffed the guy. Like,
ugh.
I don't know, man. I'm complaining if I'm supervisor.
Please.
Why do I get to complain? Why am I entitled to go on the internet and bitch about this? I've had to fight more high people that were bigger than him with less people trying to help me. It successfully navigated this without this dumb shit happen.
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, look, we only have one hand. We're putting handcuffs on it.
We're doing great.
Do not move.
I'm complaining because this is either a lack of training or a lack of standards for that type of training. There we go. Why are we still threatening with a taser if we have both hands here?
Stop resisting.
And 4 officers. What are we doing?
Tased him again. You basically tased him handcuffed. Ooh. Ooh.
That's a bad look.
Normally, I don't have that much to complain about in these breakdowns, but these cops suck.
We're taking L's today, friends. I'm ready for the cell phone footage. I want to see how this looked on the outside. This looked great.
Oh, yeah.
This looked great. I also want to bitch at the other guy that was just standing there. There were 4 guys there.
The guy just dancing around him?
This guy here, yeah. Let's help.
Yeah.
There you go. Here's your cell phone. Come on, bro. Stay on the action.
Goodness gracious. It's
guy
okay,
gets
my
it.
turn to criticize. I have pointed a camera at...
Blazing Powers, it's good to see you. Brian A, I agree this has to be a taser finish. What is this guy doing? What are we doing? We have
What's
so
he
many
reaching
officers.
for? Is he reaching for his gun?
We have so
Maybe.
many officers here. We have so many cops here. Let's learn how to put somebody in handcuffs. I don't know what we're doing here.
At least pick up the dropped stuff, dude.
Yeah.
You're just gonna dance around.
Secure it. Man, this is killing me. This is hard to watch.
Help me.
He's handcuffed. Shout out.
Please.
I'm proud of y'all.
Please.
50 minutes later.
They're trying to sedate me. I know too much.
He's so high, dude. Who dropped the knife? Oh! What are we doing here?
Is that his taser on the ground?
Yes.
Just chilling? Cool.
Just who needs to secure that?
Cool.
I was almost written up and throwing my taser, but I was tackling a dude that had a crossbow, so I got a free pass on that one. Because guess what? We tackled him and put him in handcuffs in like 10 seconds.
Bro, look, they put him in leg restraints.
They sedated me.
Stop.
They're holding him like a dog on a leash. In leg restraints.
I don't know what's going on.
Approximately 1 minute later, Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics responded to the scene and rendered aid to Anderson for the taser deployment.
Standard. Shout out to them. FD's like, what the fuck are we doing? Hey, recovery position. Shout out to this is the first good thing I've seen so far.
And was pronounced deceased. Any death of a person in the custody of the department
is going to be investigated. This is potentially excited delirium.
Approximately 5 minutes later, Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics transported Anderson to a local hospital.
This guy was crazy high.
Yeah.
Put your hands.
I've had to remove people out of apartments and stuff like that that were crazy high and threatening their families to eat their face and stuff.
While at the hospital and after approximately 4.5 hours following the use of force, Anderson experienced a medical emergency, did not respond to life-saving efforts by medical staff, and was pronounced deceased. Any death of a person in the custody of...
They're lucky it happened in a hospital. He probably, like I said, he was showcasing symptoms of having been under the influence of something pretty early on. I think it's, I don't want to call it negligence, but like it's either inexperience or whatever it is that they didn't recognize. Like, hey, this guy's clearly, intoxicated. Maybe I should secure this guy a little bit faster. The quicker you get him secured, the quicker you get medical on site. The guy took something that was bad enough to kill him.
Gave him a heart attack 4.5 hours later.
That's what I'm saying. So like it's I don't think this is really, though the hands-on stuff was pretty egregious. I don't see anything here that's gonna justify a lawsuit or anything like that. Is really poor handcuffing and really poor use of a taser. But
also the taser never did
anything.
Neuromuscular anything.
None of that.
It was just
so
kind of uncomfortable.
Unlike the pit, that was a PC-less stop and all that kind of stuff. In this instance, you got a pedestrian on a roadway, potentially a DWI. Like there's already an accident that this guy was involved in. He's showing signs and symptoms that he's intox. These were pretty apparent. And then you have pedestrian on a roadway, all of that nonsense.
Also, just to address this, dude's just crouched on his neck. Also, no one was crouched on his neck. They were over his shoulder. Maneuvering his arm into handcuffing position.
Most of that, I did it look weird? Yes, but I didn't see anything that I thought was particularly egregious. You also got to think that he's full 10 out of 10 fighting and resisting the arrest itself. Even if they did go full knee on neck, I don't know that you're. Again, it's not helpful, but I think that's not going to contribute to.
But that was not
medical issues.
Yeah, that was not what that guy was doing.
I've complained about a lot so far in this video, but that was not that.
So recommendations, would it be retraining, remediation, firing? Like what's the...
So I think in a lot of that, it's just really bad.
You're not going to get fired. No one's getting fired for that.
No. I think there should be, and this is not a they problem. This is a department-wide problem.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can't really put too much on them because we don't know what training they've received.
No. And to be honest, so we had in-service training where they would go over and refresh a lot of the jiu-jitsu that Bill and I were only part of the last 7 years by the time that we were in academy that got up at the 80+ hours of jiu-jitsu training that we got. And it was apparent when we would go hands-on with super senior officers, that we were able to hold people like pretzels. They would look at us like, damn, they thought, well, cool, these guys can handle up once we finally got into fights. And it's really just we had empty hand skills. And yes, we would go in service, and they would go over some of this stuff. And so they got a taste of it, but they didn't get nearly the in-depth pressure testing that we got. And we rolled for hours. Yeah. If not days worth of rolling.
I don't know what LAPD does, but I can't imagine that they have the resources to train.
It frustrates. It frustrates us because we have those empty hand skills and we receive that training. So it's hard to watch. But to be honest, that's probably the norm unless they're seeking it out themselves. That's kind of like being mad at an officer for not making the crazy sniper shot. Like, who has that level of training? Like, even if you had the same gun in the same set of circumstances, it's not realistic to expect an officer to make that shot unless he has all that training. That'd be unrealistic and even like normal people. You see this all the time. People will get in fights in a bar or something like that, and the security will go up and just body slam the guy. And I'm like, training did he really have? You know what I mean? And what responsibility does he really have in that instance? So I'm annoyed at the way that it was handled, but I guarantee you that was probably kosher per their way of doing it. We just came from a pretty high standard. I will give that, as much as I did dunk on my department earlier in this live stream. As far as the training we received, and especially that we took to it, like I took it very serious while I was there, and I tried to refresh it as much as I could when I had opportunities to, and it made a difference. Bill and I right now, because Bill's a stud and he's fine, but even fatter, out of shape and out of practice me could have put that guy into custody pretty quickly.
Because he wasn't like
but
he was resisting, but he wasn't
wasn't
fighting that
We've
hard.
had it to where it's
He was just
kicking,
like locked
biting,
out,
spitting
like he was just locked like this. Like, what are you gonna do now?
A leverage-based technique would have been all you needed to get this. I could probably teach Juan how to do this in about 10 minutes, and then give him a couple reps in real life, and it would be really, really.
We should make that a video.
Yeah, I'll make teach Juan how to arrest somebody.
Hell yeah!
You'll watch the soft cameraman go arrest Bill. The absolute.
I'll stay fatted out of shape just so that we can say fat out of shape.
I don't know that I'm the one that you're gonna try to arrest, because I know what you're gonna do.
Sacrifice I'm willing to make for you guys.
Okay, well, if you actually tried to resist, that'd be a problem, because you understand what he's doing, and you could fight that because you.
I think we need to bring one of the Patreon members in to get arrested.
That's what we'll do. I got to arrest. Yeah, Michael's not here, but
somebody that hasn't been through as much DT as I have.
Michael, our very first Patreon sub. I spent some time around him, and I think he's still a cop up there. He's now K9.
And I showed twice his size. I feel like I could do it without learning the damn thing.
That's fair, right? But at the same time, I showed him hidden arm, and so I just pull my arms. It's very common when people don't want to go to jail; they kind of turtle up. And I was like, it's not a hard thing to defeat. And I told him, I was like, 10 out of 10, I don't care if you hurt me, try. And he, poor guy's, jabbing his knee into my back or whatever. And in seconds, again, it doesn't help that I'm a lot bigger and stronger than he is, but just
damn, you're just gonna call him out like that?
But I'm just saying, like, it's also that I have those empty hand skills, and he didn't stand a chance. Like, there's no way. And he's like, damn, I felt like you almost ripped my arm off. I was like, that was really only 4 out of, that wasn't giving you the full juice of what you can give somebody on it. So it matters. Training does matter. Blank Force and Dibs.
Yeah. That's who I want to see get arrested.
Blank Force wants the full juice.
Yeah. 1 PD 811.
Yes.
Okay, we'll keep going. Caden looks like he's volunteering too. There's a lot of text in this.
This critical incident briefing is intended to provide you with information about a death in custody that occurred in Houston on December 10th, 2022. You're about to see video footage that is related to this incident. HPD conducts thorough.
I like that he actually said it in the beginning this time. Because old girl didn't say it, at least not that I saw.
She hid the lead. She buried the lead, yeah.
And analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. It is important to note that we're in the very early stages
of the
badge. Investigation.
It's very
we continue
shiny.
to review additional evidence.
He's also wearing the gold, showing that he's like a supervisor versus the silver.
Like 2 stars.
And may be difficult to watch. These videos may.
He's not wearing a vest.
Is that an AC or DC? Like a deputy chief, right? 2 stars.
I don't know.
It's probably different depending.
He's not wearing not wearing a vest though, so I have less respect.
He's like, vests are for cops.
All these pins on my chest will stop a bullet.
You never know. Maybe he was a bad dude back in the day. Maybe he was. I don't want to disparage Mr. Martin here. Officer Martin. We used to have those exact same name badges though.
Yeah.
Literally identical. I still have mine somewhere.
I'm gonna say this.
Still armed with the gun.
By the look in his eyes, I feel like he's done some shit.
We gotta thank Houston PD, and he's made it that far.
Because he's got some pretty dead eyes. Like,
you never know, man. He's probably seen some shit working in Houston.
He's glad he promoted before Bodycam.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly,
Yes.
That's this guy. Rubber pellets and other non-lethal munitions in an attempt to get Mr. Estrada to surrender. After
it's one of our people
on. And a loss of
Oh yeah.
Let's get ready.
Officers deployed a robot with a camera and found.
Oh, they used a robot on him. I'm proud.
You.
Verga. That's what we're gonna start hearing.
Josh, you claim that last name, do you?
That's our people.
Yeah.
You want him to be part of your clan?
Yeah. That's the unfortunate reality with you. We're like 60% of the population here in Texas. So.
Dang. You guys could get matching tattoos.
No, God, no. I have a little more self-respect than that.
What do you mean? That was such a cool tattoo.
Drop it, man. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk. Drop it.
Shout out to West Mountain Lights.
Drop it. Put it down.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh shit!
Hey, put it down. Let's talk.
Buddy, that's Crossfire. Time to move.
Put it down. Let's talk.
This is
Put it down. Let's talk.
Bro, this is.
Put it down. Let's talk. I know you need help. Let me help
No
you.
shit.
Put it down. I'm gonna help you. Put it down.
I need to get a sergeant on here.
Bro, this is.
I want to talk to you.
What?
Worst case scenario.
What's your name? What's your name?
Shout out to him
Do you-
not having his finger the trigger. But
Do you think
this
it's
is-
TV or what is it that everyone just expects a sergeant to be on scene?
I don't know, man. I
I
don't
think
get
it's
it.
TV and YouTube telling them you can ask for a sergeant. It's
I
the
just-
the
I don't
it's the
get it.
equivalent of asking for a manager at like
That's
a
probably
retail
what it is.
store.
That's probably
all
what
it
it
is.
I guess that's okay. That
I,
makes
I
sense.
need someone that can get you in trouble for what you're doing. Is
Yeah.
what I need
Maybe,
right now.
Maybe.
That's what I need right now because that's what's gonna fix
I'll
my
tell you
problem.
what. This is a short fucking straw, dude.
Oh yeah, this sucks.
The second officer that wasn't talking to him should have recognized that they were in crossfire, and he should have been the one that moved. This primary
Immediately.
officer that we're seeing, he's like, this is his thing.
And I mean, he
ain't
did
moving
kind of
nowhere.
move
Yeah.
behind the car, but
Yeah, but this is a bad
Yeah.
situation.
also,
here.
Blank, here's the address if you want to tell us that it's
Yeah,
like
tell
the
us how
next
far
street
it is
over
from
from
you.
yours, or like if you live on this road, maybe.
This is where I take my walks. Walk the
What's your
dog.
name? What's your name?
His name's Robert.
What's your name?
Even I know that.
Roberto.
Yeah, it does. It matters to me. What's your name?
Estrada.
What's your name?
Sir, what was I gonna say? Can you get a sergeant on here, sir?
Sure.
Maybe got confused on his hands because he has
De-escalation.
cell phone in one and the
Yeah.
gun in the other, and he thinks he's on a phone call right now.
Tell me your name. Hey. Huh?
There's nobody, sir.
Come on, man.
He read the Odyssey.
I'm gonna have you sit in my car. We're gonna
I
talk
got that
about
reference
it.
one.
We're
Pretty
gonna go to
legit.
Thank
the
you.
hospital.
I'm nobody.
We're gonna figure some stuff out. I need you to put
Nobody
the gun
poked
down,
me in
though.
the eye.
Robert, please
There it
put the
is,
gun
there's
down,
his
man.
name.
We can talk about this.
This is good de-escalation.
Robert.
This is fucking. I'd want at least a
Robert.
shield.
I hear you,
Fuck
sir, but,
this.
hey, that's why I just said it. You know, I know you.
That couldn't be a cop because I would have just called him nobody.
Yeah.
Snarky ass.
Come on, Robert.
What?
Nobody's
All right,
in trouble
nobody.
yet. Let's just talk about it.
See, nobody. You just
Okay.
told him he's in
Set
trouble,
the gun
guy.
down,
Come on.
man, if you're good. Set it
Said
down.
nobody's in trouble.
I don't like any of this.
Come on, Robert.
This
Yeah, we're
this
chill. We're trying
officer
to
is
help you
showing
out,
a
man.
lot
But
of
you got a
fucking
gun, man.
bravery
You need to put
here.
it
I will
down.
say that. He's bigger balls than I do right now.
Come on, man.
Do we have any sir units out there?
I'm going myself.
Huh? Robert. What's going on?
Bobby, Rob.
Robert, just please put the gun down, okay? And we can go talk about it. Come on.
I'd ask him to take the mag out if you would. You can have one round in there. Just pop the mag out for me, dude.
Robert, come on.
16 to 10, you want units out there?
Yeah, I'm Nick, man. Come on. I need you to put the gun down, Robert, so we can talk to you. And we can get you the help you need, okay?
I just need space. I know you're.
I understand, but I just need you to put the gun down, man. Come on.
Pause it real quick.
What's going on?
So in these situations, they're going to ask for stuff, either space or to be left alone or whatever. Free advice for anybody that gets stuck in these situations: obviously don't make promises you can't keep, but take it out of your hands. My boss will not let me move. I can chill here, and I maybe won't point this flashlight in your face or whatever. Make little concessions. Don't tell them you're going to move, or don't tell them you're trying to move. Whatever. An easy way to dance around this, and this is just a script you start running in your head. Once you know what their name is, once you ask them to put the thing down, if they won't, ask them what they want. Ask them what's going on in their head. Ask them whatever's going on, but do not get caught into that situation where he's asking you to move. Have an automatic excuse of, I'm not allowed to move. I'm stuck here with you now. This is our problem now, collectively. Whether we want it to be or not, that's a very easy way to skirt that question.
What's going on? Robert, yes, why do you have a gun to your head?
Good question.
What's going on? We can figure this out.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
You're gonna say.
Are you on something right now?
Shit.
Huh? Robert.
Y'all all together, shit.
Yeah, we're all here. We're here to help you.
No, I already know y'all all together. They're all together.
Oh, you're seeing somebody? No, we work for
Yeah, he's
ourselves,
probably
man. Come
high.
on.
Fuck.
Ain't nobody
That makes
else
this
out
way
here.
worse now.
Come on, Robert. Huh? Robert.
Quickly field promote a random cop
Let's talk about
sergeant.
it.
I'm down at this point. Fuck it. If it gets him to be, gets him to calm down.
Take a breath. Drop the gun. You're not in trouble. We're gonna get you help, man. You called an ambulance out here to come
In
help
this
you?
instance, he would not be in trouble. Actually,
They're
not
down
alive.
the street.
Yeah, they're right.
As soon as you put the gun down, as soon as you put the gun down, we can have you go talk to them. But you need to put the gun down, okay?
I know y'all gonna get tired of me.
I would really not want to. I really don't want to.
Yeah, no, I already know.
So pause it
I
real
really
quick.
don't want to.
Another tactics thing, the guy that's talking to this guy needs to turn his radio off. He needs to concentrate fully on what's there. If you are the backup officer here, you need to be taking care of radio traffic. Anything that leaves that microphone, this is also why I'm a fan of earpieces. If you have a sergeant sitting there saying, well, if he's got a gun, make sure he doesn't shoot anybody, and all that guy hears is shoot somebody, you might escalate the situation right then and there. Radio traffic is a huge tactical advantage on that type of stuff, so be careful with that bullshit. But I think this guy's doing a pretty good job of trying to talk to him.
I don't want you to put that burden on me, man. Come on, man. That's fucked up, man. Put the gun down.
Good de-escalation.
Robert, you have kids? You have 3 kids, man. They don't want
Also, shout out to girlfriend or wife not being a detractor to the situation. She's actually helping.
Just set the gun down, and we can talk about it. Okay,
so actually, let's talk about that real quick.
Do it for your kids.
Because I know she's being not bad right now.
Come on, Robert.
But like,
Set
would
the
you
gun
still
down.
want her
Do it for your
there
kids, man.
necessarily?
Normally,
Because she's
no.
kind of an unknown quantity.
Sure.
Here.
Normally, no. And the second she stops being helpful, I'm sending somebody over there and be like, nah, get her the fuck out of here. But in this instance, he's not responding. She's their only source of information. At the very minimum, have an officer there interviewing her to feed this guy information.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd have another officer take her inside and try and get information and then relay through the radio.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have her there.
Yeah. Not physically there, hell no, yeah.
No.
The sense I got from her just blurting out the thing about his kids is like he was doing a really good job. She brings the thing in about the kids, and I don't know how he's going to take that. Yeah. He might just the sort of guilt trip of that might put him in a different headspace than where the officer had him. And so I'm like, okay, this is
because they could be a stressor that's led him to feel this way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about you, Robert.
He may think I'm better off dead. These kids would be better off without me in their life. That kind of thing. You got to be very careful with the line of questioning you go with here because you have no idea what brought them here.
Hey, listen to me. Yeah, they're here.
And while they may not have the world's best mental health training, she has probably zero.
Yeah.
Or
but again, she
most
could be a
people
contributing
negative
factor.
health. Yeah. Most people have negative mental health training in that they actively aggravate situations.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll go to a hospital. We can talk to a therapist. Okay.
So him stemming and continuing to look around like that is pretty bad signs of intox, and this is like drugs, not alcohol.
Well.
Yeah, see, now she's a problem.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
Yeah, let's get her out of there. And this is not the primary officer's job. This is backup officers should be doing this type of stuff. They should be helping him. You are the tip of the spear right now. Your only job is to manage him.
Drop it.
Let's not. What are we doing here?
What's inside of him? That.
There's no one else back in the back, right? We have family members right here in the front of the residence. Y'all need to go inside.
This guy gets it.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck that.
Sergeant got here.
I've seen this play out. Hell no. Let the bitch go inside.
Listen, no one here wants to hurt you, man.
Maybe he's a SWAT negotiator.
Well, Dad would say he's probably crisis intervention.
Oh, nope. He's a sergeant.
Yeah.
Call the command center. Buddy, no. Hey, go ahead. Sit back down, guys. Sit back down, okay? I know, but we got to see what you're doing, okay? Put the gun down, buddy. Put the gun down. No one wants to hurt you, okay?
That guy's probably seen some shit.
Yeah.
Robert, just
4 a.m. This is when this shit happens.
Yep.
It's the fucking worst. Midnight shift was the worst.
Robert.
Yep.
I hated midnight
Put the gun
shift.
down, Robert. Put the gun down, Robert.
This is fun.
Hey, that'll be good. Robert.
Now it's crossfire. Fun.
Robert. Come on, Robert.
Crossfire.
Thank you. Whoever said that. Looking out.
We're in the
Boot
military,
camp
Robert.
bullshit.
Go around.
No?
Get in your car. Go around.
Robert.
He said, fuck that shit.
We want you to put the gun down so we can help you.
Sarge's here now. Real mess.
Come on, man.
Y'all are too much.
Hey, you wanted him.
Yeah.
Robert.
You know what I haven't seen yet? A rifle.
Agreed. I'm surprised in Houston for that. They got money.
Maybe they're all busy with the shootings.
Maybe.
I have important information for you, Bobby.
Who's Bobby?
I think he's just calling Robert Bobby.
This important information, but you must put
Oh, maybe family said he goes by Bobby.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. They're like, shout out to Motorola. Oh, they let EMS on?
Huh?
I just saw EMS there.
Nah, that's SWAT.
Oh.
Pretty sure that was a SWAT vehicle and not an ambulance.
Ambulance? Oh.
Somebody shot.
This guy shot. No clue what he saw that made him shoot, but
I don't think that was him.
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
I don't
Okay,
think
his hands
so.
moved. Okay.
I think that was a reaction to the gunshot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, his muzzle I think was out of frame, so I didn't really see it.
Because I did see his hands go.
Yeah, it seemed
when
to
the
sync up
gunshot
really
went
well
off.
with the shot.
Probably just startled him.
I can't hear you, Bobby.
Can't hear shit because you left your key in the ignition.
Agreed.
Yeah.
One gunshot's not a good sound, though. That's... Damn, it took forever to SWAT to get here. Crazy. It's like that's how it happens every time. Patrols on scene for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And SWAT's
Especially
like,
middle of the
okay.
night, dude. You just woke
These
all
are
these
also
guys up?
These are also some very pissed off SWAT officers, dude.
Talk about seeing some shit. I bet Houston SWAT stays busy.
Yeah, dude. I'm surprised they didn't mention shoot the car to make it shut up. Yeah, no kidding.
And I can send somebody to get you something to eat.
It's a good de-escalation technique.
Sit down inside my car and talk in private about whatever you want to talk about. You must take the first step. Bobby.
Well, Bobby's gonna be
Are
talking
you
to you.
okay, Bobby? Bobby.
I wonder if he's just taking pot shots in the
He
air.
might be
Yeah, I think he's shooting in the air.
Because you could get hurt.
Yeah. You definitely could.
No one wants to hurt you, Bobby.
think we just had one here in where I live.
What?
Kid got hit by celebratory gunfire.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Like,
Keep it classy, Texas.
Yeah.
She's waking up the kids.
Put your hands up in the air.
I'm surprised they didn't evacuate that house, to be honest.
Probably couldn't
not
get
have
to
been
it
able to.
safely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
You shut those kids up.
They can see their dad outside with a gun. Tell them to shut the hell up.
Now let him do
Man.
it like 3 more times. He'll run out of ammo, and then we're fine.
You're not wrong.
He's done like 7 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's most of the way there.
Surprised it hasn't jammed.
I look like a Glock, at least.
Yeah, maybe.
Not a South Dallas special. I think this is...
Just keeping the reds down.
I like that idea.
Get the family. We're bringing them out now.
Currently, it's what? Discharging a firearm within a certain municipalities is a class A
Yep.
misdemeanor at best. That's
Yep.
if they decide to charge them with it. There's obviously the NED part of this.
You'd
They're
be getting that
probably
charge
charging-
after
Yeah,
your
I was about to
NED.
say, you'd be getting that. I was about to say, but you're probably sitting on that miss. It's a misdemeanor at least, but
If SWAT got called out, you're getting that charge.
oh, you're getting charged, yeah.
Oh, you had a lot of family there.
So, so I totally worked this call where a guy cranked a couple rounds off his shotgun porch. SWAT said, "Is that a felony?" I said, "Nope." And SWAT said, "All right, bye." Did not come out. This was patrol handled, and we left him there.
That happened a lot.
Hash Brown policing post 2020.
Yep.
I think that was pre 2020 that call had to work.
It was.
Bobby,
Bobby.
no one wants to hurt you.
Well, shout out to this beanbag shotgun.
You will be treated fairly with dignity
Was that a sniper guy from the first video?
Jeez, in the dark. God.
In the dark with an ad on his head. Just boop.
Yeah.
Just wait for him to point it up when he starts shooting in the air
there you
again.
go.
Just that'd be sick.
You're with the beanbag shotgun.
Yeah.
Then it's non-lethal.
No, what you're gonna see is Juan push all of the SWAT officers aside
With
slap
OC
his
spray?
visor on and get his
That's
OC
right.
spray and just
Get my OC spraying right in his face.
dude.
Like, put the gun down.
No, Juan would fly in an OC drone.
That's what I would do.
That's
yeah.
money.
That'd
I
be
tell you what, legit, that's money.
That should
That's
be a
money
thing.
idea. That should be a thing.
It will be someday.
Yeah. And just like a
Better than
bowler
that.
wrap, like bowler wrap and
Yeah.
OC. You
Yep.
know?
Dude, if that thing just had like a net, the
That's
net
what-
and
Yeah.
trident situation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're good.
Net and trident.
Like
Bobby.
the old school gladiators, man. The man catcher, what's it called?
The man catcher,
The
yes.
man catcher.
Did you pin him, net him?
Google it.
No, don't Google the man catcher.
Well, that's true.
You're
That's
like
true.
man
do that with,
catcher
do that with
police.
safe search. Do that with a
Yeah.
safe search option.
Just add
Jeez.
police to it and you should be
Be
fine.
careful with that.
Here, I'll do it for y'all.
Can someone 40 Mike Bobby? I think that's what's about to happen. Airburst of secret grenade then.
Yes.
That's what we're here for.
Bobby, this is the Houston Police Department.
In case you're wondering. That announcing was
They
the
don't-
worst. And every single time they announce, there's some poor rookie on the perimeter that's like, we announced for the 80,000th time.
Yep.
No response. Because they got to put it in the call log. That's such a pain in the ass.
And listen to the instructions that I will be
There's some poor dispatcher having to man a TAC channel that's not allowed to go to the bathroom this whole time. Also, the officers that aren't allowed to go to the bathroom this whole time.
Oh, bro, the best picture of the man catcher is actually on ARFCOM.
Oh,
On the
shout
side
out.
over here.
Shout out
Yeah.
to air15.com. They employ me full time.
I dropped a link so y'all can look at it.
I'm not touching that link. I don't trust.
It,
I don't
It's an
trust
actual
you don't
you.
trust Josh's
It's an
website's
actual thing.
mods?
No, it's an actual thing.
You don't trust those mods?
Nowhere in that link does that say AR15.com, so I ain't touching it.
It's because it's the link to the image direct. Fine, here, I'll drop that. I still don't think you trust the mods. I think that's what you're saying.
That's 100% what I'm saying.
There it is. There it is. Well, that's in general. Oh, that's in GD. That is pretty sketch. I'll say that as an employee there. That's a sketchy. Dude, click that at your own risk.
I'll let the comments eat that one up.
Yeah, this is.
It does look pretty sus when it's not being used for its intended purpose.
Yeah, there's a cuss word there.
Or the kid. He was talking about the kids.
Yeah.
Negative.
He's got like 2 left.
Stop doing what you are doing. Before you get hurt,
I don't have eyes up here.
hurt someone. You must immediately stop shooting that gun. It is not
Pretty please.
going to do you any good by you
Look at that charger in the driveway.
Shout out. It's like those 2010 to 2014s or whatever.
I want to
be
give
a little
big
newer
shout
than
out
that.
to their editor.
Yeah. Like a 16
on this.
Yeah, maybe.
Do what?
I want to give a big shout out to their editor on this. Just like cutting together instead of doing here's 40 minutes of one officer. Here's the next 40 minutes of the other. They actually cut it together into a narrative.
And it's
nice.
dip to white. On the
Yeah, the dip to white's a little cheesy, but I like it. But it's just nice to actually be able to get multiple angles of the same thing at the time that it's happening, and not like, okay, next angle, watch 5 minutes, and then you get to see it.
So he's got to be down to. Bro, is this guy in straight up Adidas here? What's going on?
Jeans, Adidas, sitting on the top of the Bearcat. Well, that's not a bear, but.
Yeah, they told him he only had 2 hours to get there, Josh, so he had to leave home like that.
Bobby. Bro, crisis intervention. This guy, I don't even do those guys. Also, the neighbors have got to be pissed. These loudspeakers are loud. Those PAs are super loud.
The lights, dude. The lights would make you think it's daylight outside.
That's true. Bobby.
to put the gun down. Put your hands up in the air.
Like you're a true player. He's almost out of rounds in this
I'm
match.
telling you, he's got like 1 left at most. I've counted 9.
He might have a second mag, though.
That's true.
But like they would see
And
him.
if that's a full-size Glock, he's got, what, 8 rounds left?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, okay.
17 rounder.
No, I'm good.
Nah.
What did he say? He did? What did he hit? He said he shot the lid right here.
I didn't hear it.
The bear.
Need to immediately stop shooting that gun.
I feel like we would have heard that.
Yeah.
You have done that several times. It's time for you to stop what you were doing.
Stop, Bobby.
Bobby.
We have medical personnel here for
At least he's talking this time.
So if he's high on something, how long does it take for that to wear off?
Hours.
Oh, damn.
Not a little amount of time.
No. Because if it's something that made him go into a psychosis, you're talking days sometimes.
Yeah. And then you got, on top of that, he's getting dehydrated from all the sweat and all that shit. And even as he's coming out of it, he's not coming out of it into like a healthy frame of mind.
Right.
Do you understand what I have been telling you, Bobby? Okay, good.
It's 6. Oh.
Thank you for letting me know. If you can hear me, Bobby, put the gun down. Put your hands up in the air.
Like you're a true player.
Be awesome if he said that and he came out.
I searched man catcher and now you're going pastor.
I'm gone. I'm off.
Yeah, ask him what it is. Rubber pellets.
Put the gun down, Bobby. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Do exactly what I'm telling you to do, Bobby. No harm will come to you.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
No one wants to hurt you.
Bobby De Niro. Please stop. We've done like he just
Bobby
took
De
it.
Niro.
He's back out. He's
I
out.
love that.
Get ready, Bush. Bush, get ready.
Your gas.
Yeah, it's all less lethals. Yep, you start cooking that. Start getting a hit of that CS and all that. Such a bad day, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the sun's coming out. Look at that.
Yeah. 6:30.
Standoffs. That's a pepper ball gun.
Mm-hmm. I bet you get some wicked kickback from that thing. Ugh. Imagine if one like
clip something on the way,
like on the way out, like oh.
Just or even if it just rips on the way out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like just like the gas kickback.
Yep. No, I didn't see it. He ran back.
I swear a drone's nice to have. This poor guy's been talking to him since 4 or 5.
Bro, full daylight.
Yep.
Did the guy go back in the house?
I think so.
I don't know what he did.
They said they could see him peeking out, so I don't know if he was like in the house, around the house, what was going on.
Maybe backyard?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just glad to see nobody sent the dog. Blank, I agree completely.
I will say it's not usually SWAT officers that you see putting dogs in harm's way.
Agreed. Agreed.
Because they're real men.
Yeah, SWAT standards, on especially in these big police departments, pretty high.
He kill himself?
Get out. Couldn't have done that at 5? That's a shitty thing for me to say. But.
It's true, though. Huh.
Juan, your background's in focus and you're out of focus.
Oh, damn. I moved.
All right. We don't need to see.
Yeah.
On my face. There we go.
Anyways, tweaking, yes. Probably tweaking out.
I mean, good on them for taking that much time.
It did give him a lot of chances. He shot that gun a lot for him to just be chilling. This one.
I'll give you this one as the last video.
Okay.
Because it's past my bedtime already. But I know I know you wanted to see this. So.
Yeah.
Clearly, we're going to end on a happy note today.
Yeah. Bro, we're taking L's all day.
There's only like 2 videos left from the Discord, so we'll start with those next week. Y'all keep giving me these 30-minute videos, and we're not going to get through much.
No. I'm stretching. Wait. Tossed a robot equipped with a camera into the residence. No way.
Y'all know what that robot would be? Did y'all have that?
No,
not one that you threw. We had one that could go
fly in, yeah.
Well, we had drones.
I wonder if maybe that's what they meant, because this is obviously not
drones. They were collision-resistant drones.
No, they threw that in. Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, our robot was about 3 foot by 2 foot. It was pretty big.
Oh, it's like a little RC car.
Yeah.
It's like the little Star Wars one that guides the.
That is cool that he threw it in there.
Yeah,
that is pretty dope. So they got pretty good situational awareness then. You got eyes inside.
A little light and everything.
So what was the context for this contact?
They got a call for some disturbance at this residence. What you need is a Bluetooth speaker on that little robot so you can talk to them.
Yeah. Maybe they're talking to the robot. It's still on the ground there. Oh, so he's got the little robot.
What the fuck?
Is this a trailer?
Yeah.
Like an RV? Like a camper?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I just don't know. I don't know where they thought that was a fucking deadly threat. Jesus Christ. Like, he clearly has the robot in his hand. Like, he picked up the robot that they put in there. This motherfucker was asleep in his double wide.
He did.
Bro, I don't know.
His hands were up.
Literally trying to. I don't know, man. I guess they were playing Valley of the Dolls rules here. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, I don't know. There was nothing furtive about the movement.
I don't have a gun. I didn't have a gun. I didn't have a gun.
We're not gonna pull this guy out or no?
I just step over him, apparently.
I mean, I get that they're securing the rest of it, but are we not pulling?
I mean,
this guy
do you
out?
not at least secure him too? If you thought he was a deadly threat 10 seconds ago.
Once you pass him, you're securing him already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. This is fucking weird.
Hey, Master, hold him and start working on him.
No shit.
No shit, dude.
Hey, start working on him now.
No one. This shouldn't have to be your emergency response. This should not have to be that explained. Like, it's like textbook. Like, you get into a shooting like that, and the guy's being compliant. So they had a search warrant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get
what
the search
the
warrant,
fuck?
but like, that's weird, dude. I wonder what the search warrant was for.
I'm gonna look it up.
It just says after a disturbance call made to 911.
Like a domestic?
I'm sure.
But like, you're not getting SWAT to respond to a domestic? What the fuck?
Look it up.
I go back towards the trail cam, man.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if those comments are true, but if they are, this department's fucked.
Let's say you got a judge to sign a search warrant, right? I don't know why you would for disturbance, because it's kind of stupid. That's at best maybe a patrol investigation of a disturbance, right? Worked plenty in my life. I did probably like 70% of the fucking 911 calls we worked, but like, I don't know, like, I don't know, man. Especially because they have rifles and standoff distance, right? And shields and the whole nine. The guy comes up like this, and they saw him for at least 2 or 3 seconds. There's plenty of time to do positive target identification.
if that robot had a camera on it, you knew he was holding it.
That's what I was getting at. Is like somebody's operating it the whole time, and that person
So
can
if
say,
those comments were
he picked
true,
up- yeah,
in the police report they said that he came out and confronted the officers. which is a total lie.
They show the police report at the end of the video, and that's exactly what it said. It said they confronted him and got a notification. So the call, it says a person called 911 claiming to be this guy's neighbor. The caller indicated that Klepfer, the pronunciation I'm going to use, about an hour ago started shooting off fireworks, screaming, yelling, going to kill everyone in the neighborhood. He's discharging a firearm. They've been over there screaming, yelling, and fighting for the last 45 minutes. But as soon as I heard those shots go off, I don't hear her over there anymore at all, in reference to the wife. That was the call that they got.
Yikes.
Here's a fun question. Do you think that the person that called, if there was no firearm and that lady said that there was no actual disturbance and there was nothing to corroborate that, should be charged for abuse of 911?
If that guy dies, I think he should get charged with manslaughter.
The other thing I want to point out is oftentimes...
He survived.
Oh, did he?
You cannot thank God for that.
That's good, because
Right.
it did not look great.
He's going to have a juicy lawsuit for sure.
It did not look great when he was laying there.
No.
The other thing I'll kind of point out is that oftentimes you cannot write a warrant for a residence unless you have a primary person as your witness to a thing. So like a great example of this is if you have a confidential informant, right? The guy has to be in there and put his name on that affidavit saying, I, Josh from OnlyCops, here's my name, my date of birth, my social, said that I saw drugs in this place. For that warrant, you can't, from a random anonymous third person, write a warrant for an area. That's just not going to be kosher. My biggest issue is even if the warrant's legit, even if the call's legit, even if the guy was shooting rounds off at the out, I had, again, propane tank boy. I'll tell you guys about it in the after party. But guy shot a shotgun, and clearly a shotgun off his porch, threatened to burn down the entire apartment complex. Dude broke out a window, and all I saw was a pole go through a window. And was my safety off on my AR? Yes. Was my flashlight on? Yes. And was my finger on the trigger? Yes. But I had to make sure that I had a deadly threat before discharging the firearm. And fortunately for him, I didn't, because he wasn't posing a deadly threat. The guy passed out, and we left. But like,
this happened in North Carolina.
Oh, not
Where's
surprised
Michael?
at all. Where's Michael? Go defend the motherland over there. But
Yeah.
goodness.
Yikes.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. That's a pretty bad use of force. Mostly because there's no furtive movement, and he's holding the damn drone that you threw on the wall.
And then they lied on their report.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
If there's a surefire way to get fired as a cop, it's lying.
Lying.
Like
you should get fired for that, and you should see charges for that. It's perjury.
Yeah.
At the very least, falsifying like a document or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big L. That's. I'm gonna go with that's still worse than the trooper guy that got the 12-year-old killed, and that was pretty egregious. Yeah. Charges should probably come out of that. That was not a knee-jerk reaction. That was not a split-second decision. He had multiple seconds to make the decision to decide whether this guy was a deadly threat or not.
Well, and you knew one hand had your stupid little robot camera in it, so
yeah. Also, it showed
I think the other
that,
one had a cigarette in it.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
yeah.
Yikes.
Nora Charles, fucking blank.
Yikes.
I want to thank everybody who stopped by and hit us with a like. I appreciate it. I will hang out in the after party for a little bit because Bill has to go to sleep. I might do a quick foot race to see who wants to do a DMZ run or two. For you guys that are interested, if you guys want to take part in the after party or hear cool Josh stories where I go and click and show you guys where we used to work and cool stuff like that and see body cam footage from us, go ahead and join our Patreon group. It's as little as $1 a month. That gives you access to our Discord. That Discord is how we do all this stuff and facilitate it. I want to thank those guys for sharing all these videos. I want to not thank a lot of the officers. These were pretty bad.
Yeah.
When LAPD was the best example of policing in our body cam breakdown, you're doing pretty poor. I want to thank Roy Boy.
No, Houston was the best.
Oh, no, I take that back. Houston did crush it.
Which is still you're not doing great.
Pretty low, yeah.
You're not doing great.
Roy Boy, our stepson Caden, Josh, don't read this out loud, which is actually Blank Forge. Schmang, my guy. Bill over here answering questions. Brian P and Brian A. It is good to see both of you guys here. Sweeper was here. Real Ness was here.
Tyler and Napalm.
Tyler and Napalm were here early. Blazing Powers, it is good to see you. Pamela was here.
Brian A from the Philippines.
Oh, Brian A, my guy. Sweeper was here. Poofy was here for a half second. Richard was here. Am I missing anybody? Panzer was here for a minute. And then thank you, Napalm Beth, Jinja Ninja, and Pamela for monetizing the often unmonetizable stream. We're hopefully trying to get some more produced content out. We filmed a bunch of it. The more you give super chats and all that kind of stuff, the more motivated producer Juan feels to go get these things out in a timely manner. I believe we're shooting for possibly bi-weekly on those releases. We'll see. At the very minimum, we're still doing the Tuesday, Thursday streams. Tactical Tuesday, where we'll play some games, and then our Thursday stream. Napalm Bath slid in the $10 super chat. Thank you again, Napalm Bath. I will be hanging out with everybody in the in Discord. You guys want to come hang out? We'll be in the after party. I'll move to OCFT, and we'll see you guys then. I can tell you guys about SHOT Show and all that cool stuff, and some of the plans that we got. Did I forget anything?
No, just everybody pray to the copyright gods that they let these videos through in a timely manner, because we got a bunch of officers reacts that the rookie one took forever. Yeah. And I have to dispute every single damn thing. The rookie's not even monetized, but at least they let it through, so it's visible to everybody. Because it was blocked in the United States and Canada, which is our entire audience, except for Jinja.
Except for Jinja. Jinja gets early access.
Jinja would have been able to watch it.
So cool.
That's probably why he dropped that $10 super chat. But
Love you too.
Give Bill a good night kiss, and we will see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Are you gonna do your camera zoom? Come on.
Oh, I got.
Don't leave him hanging.
I'm gonna go out of focus again.
There it is. To turn up my.
How did I do it there?